Happy Earth Day. So for today, for Earth Day, I wanted to share a great use of my amazing STEAM activity journal to plot out your garden. So I know here in Houston, if you're like me, your spring garden is already planted and blooming, but a lot of the country, it's still cold. You're still gonna have your last frost of the season before you plant. So you're getting ready to plant. So I wanna show you, I've used mine to plot out my garden. And it's a really awesome use of this amazing journal. So this journal, yes, it's designed for kids, and there's lots of fun stuff for kids in there. They learn about STEAM, but then there's these blank grid pages and lined pages in the back, and that's what we're gonna use to plot our garden. So let me show you how. So let me walk you through what I did to plot out my spring and fall gardens. So this was my fall garden from last year, and as you can see, I wrote the date I planted everything. I have 2 garden beds. So I drew a rough shape of each one. The grid lines really help me draw the shapes evenly. And then I marked where I planted everything. I drew little boxes for all the seedlings. And here I did more seeds. So I just kind of drew the general area where I placed seeds. Like I placed seeds in this middle section here, in which seeds, and then on this side, so I numbered the boxes of what I put. So for the cabbage, I put 1, 2, 3, because they were each a different type of cabbage. And so because I have a grid page next to a line page in my journal, I was able to write what each type of cabbage was for reference. So for the spring garden, we planted some tomatoes surrounded by some seeds of squash and cucumbers, and then we have peppers. And so I labeled everything we planted where, so that later when we're picking the peppers, we can find out what kind of pepper we picked. So it's really, really helpful for that. So I think it's just a great resource to use when you're gardening with your kids. They can help you draw and plot where to plant everything, and then they can help you when you go outside to actually plant everything. You can use this as the reference, and they can help you say, okay, in the middle, we're gonna plant our tomato plants, and make sure you plant the right ones exactly where you said you would. And then later when you're picking them, you can go back here for reference, because we planted 4 different types of tomatoes. So then when we're picking tomatoes, we can check which plant did we pull it from? What type of tomato are we eating? And same with the peppers. So that I found extremely helpful in the fall, and I can't wait to use it again for my spring garden when we start picking everything. And it's a great Earth Day activity. So I hope you try this and enjoy.